desperate on my knees to break. And I hear the voice of an angel telling me not to lay it down. And I feel the spirit guiding, telling me not to give up. Hold on to every promise I've been praying for. Like I hold on to every garment, won't surrender, not tonight.
Morning, welcome back out to another trip on the SIB, and not before time. It's like long times, months and months since I've been out. Anyhow, I picked quite a nice morning, about 2 miles away from where I'd set out from, sitting at about 70 feet of water. I'll give a little that little Dharm F setter another go. It was so successful last year. See what happens. Absolutely fantastic out here. Picked a canny day to be out. You can see that on the fish finder bouncing along the bottom there. Wow, how calm is this? Just fishing down the last of the ebb tide. I think it's low tide, about 20 to 9. It's what time is it at the minute? It's 7:30 at the minute. See it working on the bottom there. Might be an old fish finder, but it's still doing its job. Change of plan. I think I'll put some small hock eyes on, and if I don't get anything with that, I think I might add some squid to them. I've got a box of the small, what I used to call party squid, tiny little squid. Sorry. I normally use 6 ounce ball lead and a small loop of 12-pound line, just to act as a weak link. If I get snagged on the bottom, hopefully I'll just lose the lead and not the whole rig. So I've done a few more modifications to the little boat. I felt that the engine, well, it was too low in the water. I was getting a lot of splashback from the engine leg, creating quite a bit of drag. So I did a video on how I've done that, and I'll upload that probably when I get home, before I upload anything from today. That's assuming I catch anything worth making a video of. I think I'll put a little bit of squid on this, on each of the hook eyes, see if a bit of scent is going to help things. Nothing fancy, just a small little squid hooked on each of the hook eyes. See, that extra bit of scent's going to help things. Well, it's near enough low tide at the moment, so I might just head out, do a little bit of exploring, and come back to you when I start catching some fish. When, he says, hopefully I start catching some fish. Oh, hang on. Oh, fish on. I should say that more often, shouldn't I? Yes. I was just complaining there that I wasn't getting anything. A decent little codler. Codling nonetheless, eh? There you go. Let's pop him out of there. Nice little codling. We'll pop him straight back in. And he's off. Well, tipping off with a bit of squid obviously worked. And before I go off exploring over low tide, I think I'll stick it out a little bit longer over this little bit of ground. Quite kelpy there, by the looks of it. Oh, another fish on. And this is definitely better than the last one. Oh, fantastic. Oh, yes. Slightly better. Slightly better. But to be fair, probably a keeper, but I ain't going to keep him. He can go back till he's a bit bigger. There you go, another nice little codler on a sunny morning. Whoosh. I think what I'll do, after I've got them in quick succession, I think I'll try the little Dom F set and see if I can get something on that. Down you go, little mate, see if you can catch me a nice codling. Definitely try and run over this drift again. Yeah, I'm on the bottom. Come on, cods. Come on. Let's have you again. That's 3 so far. I ain't complaining about that. Maybe it was a bit of squid that was doing it. So I would have thought if there was a few about down there, they would have nailed that by now. Maybe when this tide starts flooding, it might be a bit better with that. So I think I'll just try the squid and hook eyes again. Here, the kittiwake's over there. Just see if that was the difference. A bit of squid, bit of scent. Well, at least I haven't blanked. That's a bonus. Another fish on. Oh, yes. Come on, lad, up you come. Definitely been a productive drift, this one. Another one, about the same size. Bloody arm, lad. Actually, he was lassoed him. There we go. Off we go, mate. Oh, loads of kelp coming up now. Feel the weight pulling through it. Hopefully there'll be some cod hiding amongst it. Yes, there is. Just as I said that. Oh, off. He's off. Never mind. We'll try again. And again. Wow. Definitely a productive little drift, this one. They don't feel like monsters, though. There we go. All about the same kind of stamp. I'm hoping when we get a flooding tide, we might get some bigger fish. Yeah, you're welcome to the bit of squid, mate. They're like peas in a pod, aren't they? Oh, fish on. Oh, about the same size as it is, I think. Yeah, tiny little one. Foul hooked. Sorry about that, son. You should take it with your mouth. Oh, another fish on. Just let that drag along the bottom slightly there. Again, it's not big. Oh, it's a decent size whitey actually. It's not a bad size. Oh, it is a little whitey, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. It's not a bad size whitey, that. Oh. Not a bad size whitey for me. So, change of tack. I think I might try and see more of the softer ground. If there's any flatties about, because the cod are playing a bit hard at the moment. Use a good old raw king prawns. As a seal just jumped right at the front of the boat. I nearly crapped myself. There, she's, I don't know if you can make it out there right behind us. What a fright that gave us out of the blue. Right, got a boom on, flown boom, a little homemade rig. Hello, Sammy Seal. Oh, it's mint that. He's hanging just in the water, just next to us there. Right, as I was saying before, I was interrupted by Sammy Seal. I think it's vanished now. It's got a boom, free flowing, a trace on the end, well, 2 foot long, Aberdeen hook, and a big fat juicy prawn. And we'll see if we can get a flatty. Got a bit of a hit on this. I'm just going to let it bit slack line off, see if I can get a good hold of it. Give it a good bit more line.
All stations, this is Humber Coast Guard. For the Maritime Safety Information Broadcast to the north of Amble, in the Tees Bay, Flamborough Head, the Wash, Cromer and Lowestoft areas, listen on VHS channel 63.
And how small is that? Flowing heck. How greedy was that? Look at that tiny little thing. He's off. I think it's another little dab, I think. Yep. At least it's better than catching nothing. Right, squid baited hook eyes again, like I had earlier. Let's see if they can bring anything up. And let's see if I can stop missing fish. Been one of those days today. What's this one? A little whitey or a small codling maybe? It's a whitey, and I think this is bigger than the last one. Definitely bigger than the last one. That was on squid, on Hawkeye.
so desperate on my knees to break. And I hear the voice of an angel telling me not to lay it down. And I feel the spirit guiding, telling me not to give up. Hold on to every promise I've been praying for.
Well, that was my first trip out of the year, and it was good to be back out in the little boat again. Not the best days fishing. Bottom of the tide was alright, but then the flood tide was quite unproductive. The good thing about the day was the cup propeller really works, didn't get any ventilation at all. I think the permatrim helps, but I still think the engine could possibly do with being raised a bit. But it's early days, it's the first trip of the year. We'll see where it goes like for the next few trips. Look forward to getting out again. See you next time.